doing something for the shed today. I wasn't going to video it initially, but a mate of mine said that he'd be pretty keen to see it, so we'll give it a crack. Just making a workbench out of some, obviously, pallets that I had purposely got for the bench, but just did the table first. I'll link that here. I made the table out of a bookcase that I got on Marketplace for $10. So I glued and nailed those together. Here I'm talking about whether I'm going to do tenon joints or whether I dressed it, because it's just a table in the workshop and it doesn't need to look pretty because it's going to cop an absolute beating. I do talk about mortise and tenon joints and the prospect of doing those, but I didn't do that because it's way too hard. So this is the shed. The table that I'm doing, the plan is it will go into the corner, one of them will, and will come out to equal with where this is. This is the first one done and dusted. I left one of the supports out on the front so I can put some drawers in, but this one will go under where the cans and bottles are stored. Well, bench one done. It went relatively well. There's definitely a few things I've changed from it. As you would have seen, the cross braces going along the bench are underneath. It's doing its job. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and it's even the exact height I was after, even after I had to make some changes on the fly. Poor cut choices, let's say. So yeah, it's the first one's done, the height I wanted. We'll move on to the frame of the second one, see how that goes. Here we have piece number 2 of the shed bench. This one I wasn't willing to cut up any larger. I cut that one, but these 2 side pieces and that one there, that was completely, I meant to cut that one the size I did on the other one. I didn't miscut it at all. So this one, and then I just used 2 rando sizes that were offcuts from from this table. Second table is underway, and I think I'm going to call it there. Here is the second portion of the workbench. I've done 2 of the legs, of which I figured out I don't have any more of this big thick stuff because I'm an idiot. So I'm laminating a couple of pieces of 4 by 1.5 that I found for some pallets together to make the legs on that side. This one was a bit of a pieces that I have go together type table. This is a workbench, so it doesn't need to be pretty, but I do want to get this sorted so I can actually fit it into the shed and take down the pallet bench that I've got in there at the moment. So yeah, that's the table we're at. As you can see, this is me taking down the pallet that was already there, the fold-up bench. It was pretty easy to take down, a matter of a couple of eye bolts into the 3-1.5 studs and some D-shackles that had to come off those bolts and also off the pallet. Pulled the pallet down and then moved it away. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that I've had hung up for a while that's now going to need to find a new home. That will be an interesting task in itself. This is going to be boring as batshit because this is just me kicking it and moving into spot, and it goes for like 1.5 minutes at ×8 speed. So here's some random music to quench your thirst until it ends. Well, it's in. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my best work, but we got there. All 3 benches now are screwed together. The original one I got off Facebook, and then the 2 I've just made. I do intend on putting a drawer in here, which is why I left no cross brace on the front. That's not happening today. Just, yeah, so like I said, not my best work, but we got there. The end state is what I intended, being a corner bench made out of what I made it out of. The result is not what I was hoping, and we'll go through that now. There are, if I do something dodgy, you're going to show, I'll just show you. I don't care. Judge me, comment, I don't care. If I do something wrong, I'll do whatever I can to fix it. If not, I'll do it again. And we'll go through that stuff like that now. So there are a few things, like you can see here, I had to, my intent was to screw these together, because I'm an idiot and didn't think it through that I needed to put this part on the outside and flip those legs around. I had to put some packers in there to screw it together. See, there's packers left, right and centre on the floors. That's because of the completely unlevel floor, not my dodgy work. All the legs were exactly the same size. See, this is what I mean when I use scraps. Nothing, I just cut that off. Put it on and cut it off. Scraps, don't care. Yeah, plenty of packers as you can see down there. There's a few up there actually. Here, see up there? Here, that's just stuck there. That there, another one there. That's because I cut slightly too much off it. That was partly technique because of the way I measured it, which was, as the product turned out, pretty rough and ready. So, like I say to my kids all the time, you get out what you put in. I got out what I put into this, I think. Yes, the result turned out to fit the bill of what I wanted, but the fine-tuning portion just isn't there. And my attitude towards this thing was, it's not a piece of furniture, it's a functional piece of shedware that's gonna cop a hiding. So, the looks weren't overly important, and I think that shows in the end. But that's my bench build. As you can see, it doesn't come out nearly as far as the other one did. The other one came out pretty much level with this. There's heaps more room for activities.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
I still can use this part here. It does now make me want to put something on the wall there to put some storage on, like pegboard, French cleat, or the like. So I do intend to put some covering over this to have something to fix some wall storage too, which is actually why I got, how I got into pallet building stuff, because initially I intended to just put some French cleats on the wall and that was it. I wasn't working at the time, so money was tight, and I went, fuck it, I'm going to try and build it out of pallets. Cut some strips. I thought it was achievable. I haven't tried it yet, to be honest. I got stuck micro-focusing on other shit like I do, like the coffee table and this, and table saw and jig, and the list goes on. So, yeah, sturdy. There's a gap there that I'm not overly happy with, but it's not quite level. Yeah, you can see that. It's not quite.
Dad!
Hang on. What?
Ruby's party's on the 7th of September.
To answer your question, I'm not sure if she'll be able to go to the party yet. There's 2 grand finals that day. My wife's netball grand final, which her team will make. They're all but one game undefeated this year. And my rugby grand final, which, let's see what happens tomorrow in the initial semi-final, the elimination semi. But yeah, she'll probably end up going to the party. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm going to keep that stuff there, but I do want to put something on the walls to neaten some shit up. That'll then allow me to put tools and stuff up there, like that kind of crap. And hopefully hopefully fix that problem of organisation, because I'm fucking bad at that shit. Let's show you how I'm bad at that shit. Yes, it's in containers. It doesn't always work. I need to figure something out for this. That's where I'm currently storing my pallet stock. That's the one I just pulled off the wall. That shit normally goes under there. So storage, effective storage, is definitely needed with how my brain works. But anyway, that's it. I don't want to bore you any longer for stuff that you don't really care about. I hope you like it. There wasn't a whole lot of how-to in this, which was kind of intended because it wasn't an overly neat and tidy project. It was more of just to show you guys what my ideas were. Like the coffee table was a lot of showing me doing it. This one not so much, but that was intended. So we'll see how this one goes. The coffee table one hit pretty well. I don't think this one will, but we'll see how that one pans out. Yeah, don't forget, if you got this far, thank you. Don't forget to like and or subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want. I don't do Patreon because I've got 13 followers or 13 subscribers. If you want to make it more, feel free. If not, that's fine too. Anyway, thank you. Catch you later. We have had a bit of an adjustment or amendment, addition, whatever you want to call it, in the last 5 or 10 minutes. I took those braces out there because I found that literally slotted in exactly the right size, lengthwise. Beautiful. So I took those out, and then I had to cut about 40 mil off that, the length, and then straight in there. Bit of an adjustment on the end there to make sure I had something to sit on. Yeah, pretty happy with that.